Hey everybody, welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Choosing Beggar Reddit video. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe and help me get to my goal of 10,000 subscribers. We're getting close. In our first story, a choosing beggar tries to sell a used dresser that he doesn't own. Let's jump right in. About 5 years ago, I lived in an apartment complex with multiple buildings, and one of my neighbors had just moved out. They left furniture behind on the front lawn, chairs, tables, etc. One piece was a newish dresser, only missing 2 drawers. It wasn't a problem. I was going to remove the side brackets and make it a cubby for board games, as I intended for it to hold my TV. Anyway, the problem came a few days later. I waited 3 days for the original owners to come back and pick up their stuff, but when they didn't, I took the dresser and moved it to my patio. I left it on the patio that day, and the next day I sprayed it down with bug spray. There were a few roaches, and had to wait till the next day to bring it inside. That very day, a couple came to my patio looking at the dresser. I saw them and I worried that it was the original owners. I asked if it was theirs. They said, "No, but we saw it on the lawn and we're going to take it." I said I was sorry, but I waited 3 days and no one took it, so it's mine now. To which one of the men replied, "But we were going to take it, fix it up, and sell it in our thrift shop." Again, I apologized, but tell them I've already sprayed it for pests and cleaned it off. I wasn't willing to give it away now. "Well, we were going to sell it for $20 to $25, if you think that's fair." I'm so confused at this point, until it dawned on me. They wanted me to pay them $20 for a dresser they were going to take to their used thrift shop after I already claimed and cleaned it. I just plainly state I will not pay them for this discarded dresser I already claimed. Well, just to let you know, you can't have furniture on your patio like that, so the property management will take it away. I moved the dresser into my apartment the next day, but also got a call from the property manager asking if I could remove my dresser from my patio as it was violating my lease. I calmly explained the situation and how the dresser was already moved into the apartment and off the patio. But that guy really had the nerve to call the property manager and report me for not paying him for a dresser I already claimed. In story 2, a choosing beggar wants to share an apartment. You pay triple the rent. I was looking for someone to move into the second room in my apartment. Rent was $600 total, including all bills. My room was probably 20% bigger, so I was offering the second room for $240. A girl comes round to see it. She complains about the place. The kitchen isn't very big. Fair call, but the place was a pretty standard price for the size and the very popular area. Ooh, I don't like the red couch. Neither do I, but that's what there is. I normally get ready from 7 to 8:30 every morning, so I'll need the bathroom for that time. Yes, she meant the whole time. I'm not sure if that will work every morning, but I'm normally gone by 7:30, so you could definitely have it by then. I suppose that could work. Is there any car parking? Car parking in an apartment in this area is unheard of, so no. Oh, well, I need a car park. I have a car. This is a place where most people don't have cars. Having a car in this particular city suggests you've got cash to burn. Well, you might be able to find a street park, or there's a cheap parking place up the road. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to look around the neighborhood for parking. I'll let you know after that. She calls back half an hour later and says she's found somewhere to park the car. So I'll take the room. Okay, so you're interested. I'm about to tell her I still have a few other people to meet. Yes, I'll move in. I'll pay $140. Oh no, sorry. The room is $240. I could maybe take it down to $220. Yes, but the room is smaller and I have to pay for parking. I understand the room is smaller. That's why the rent is $240, not $300. And you're not just renting the room, it's also the rest of the apartment and the bills. But I don't want it for $240. I can maybe pay $160. I'm sorry, the total rent is $600. I can't pay 75% of the rent while someone else pays a quarter. I'm not going to pay 3 times as much rent because I have a bigger bedroom. but I have to pay for parking, and I'll have to walk from the car park to here every day. I think it's fair you reduce the rent." "Not that much. I'm afraid it's $220 minimum." Ugh, then why did I waste my time looking for parking? "Sorry, thanks for coming. Goodbye." Friends, I'm 100% here for the comments calling out ridiculous housing costs in the US, but this wasn't in the US. The rent wasn't so insanely cheap as everyone seems to think. I know that makes this a little less outrageous, but the point was that this woman just casually declared she was going to move in for 50% off of the advertised rent. Yeah, she was trying to bargain, but not budging from half-price rent because she had a car, which in this context is a rich person thing to have, was still incredibly bold. That said, please do carry on pointing out that the housing market in the US is out of control. It is where I live too. This is just for your information. In story 3, a choosing beggar wants chocolate milk. Don't mess this up. As I was walking home from work yesterday, I was passing a local supermarket and decided to step in to buy some dinner. I called my significant other to ask if they wanted anything as I approached the store, but totally forgot about my face mask, mandatory in this country, so I dawdled outside for a minute while I put it on and discussed what we needed. There was a homeless guy outside the store, and I felt bad that he was cold and probably hungry whilst overhearing me talk about food plans, etc. I didn't have any cash, so I offered to get him something from inside. He asked for chocolate milk specifically. The store didn't have any, but I didn't want to go back empty-handed. Turns out literally nowhere nearby sells it, so I went to McDonald's next door and got him a Big Mac meal with a large chocolate milkshake, water, etc., and took it back over to him. He screamed in my face that he just wants chocolate flipping milk, and promptly threw everything back at me. I tried explaining that nowhere sells chocolate milk, and he just said I'm flipping useless and come back when you have what I want. I won't be doing this again. I understand he probably has mental health issues, and it might even be condescending of me to buy him something he didn't actually ask for, but with a street full of people completely ignoring him, I thought he'd appreciate the support. If I'm the butthole here, please tell me because I'd love to know. In our final story today, I think I am the choosing beggar. Okay, so I was young, like 14 or less, and didn't really realize what I was doing. I only did months later. I was in a town near my own that hosts, or used to before the pandemic, a handicraft fair every Sunday. I didn't have much money with me, and me and my parents had agreed that I would use a small part to pay for parking since there wasn't anywhere they could withdraw money, small town, and they would pay me back as soon as we got back to our city. In the meantime, if I wanted to buy something, they would buy it for me, or I could buy it with my own money, as I wanted to do since I was buying non-necessary stuff for myself, as long as I left enough to pay the parking lot. I saw a stand that was selling some small decorative statues. There was this very beautiful handmade Egyptian pyramid, and I asked the guy how much it was. Mind you, my parents weren't exactly near me during this exchange. Turns out if I paid for it, I wouldn't have enough money left for the parking thing. So I told him I was sorry, but I couldn't afford it. Put the pyramid back on its place and was about to continue with my life. I think the guy was really desperate to sell it because he offered a lower price. And when I turned it down again, he lowered again. This time I could afford it. And then I paid him with a bill that would have covered the original price. I feel so bad for this to this day. Every now and then the guilt comes back. I did find those guys a year later and bought another statue, a Bastet one, for full price without saying a word about it, as it should be. This is John from /bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to see more of them, then hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one.